Good day. Good evening, friends. Yet another small talk about very insignificant stuff. This is how we call it. Small things that carry a major upset in the energetics. Why they are all called small stuff or small talks or insignificant people or not powerful people. Who are these who are stating that you are less powerful than somebody else? Who's the one who dares to put themselves over you in any kind of manner? Is he taller than you? Is he younger than you? Is he more rich than you? When you realize that it's all based on theory of relativity, one of the worst magician's tricks that we experienced in last couple of centuries. We're basing our existence on relative crap of somebody else's achievements. Like stupid Einstein based his measurements on relative positions of the planets, or distance of the planets, or relative density of ether, or whatever relative he was putting in his absolutely irrelative statements. So, going back to you, why you feel less worthy than all these very insignificant and rich people? What is the real cause they are putting on top of your head and stating they're better? It is their money, their ownership, their knowing, let's say if they are scientists, or their level of control over your physical body, emotional body, and your life overall, like doctors are. So why and how long we are going to allow this, or you're going to allow this? I'm truly out of this environment, and I'm just sticking around to give you an example how easy it is to live outside of this competition, comparison, power-driven, ego-driven entities who are in total disarray, as the energies are really now raising up so high, where the true balance will come, where duality will be no more. So these freaks, on what they're basing their betterness, or they being better than you. They collected more money because they are born in a royal families, in rich families. They steal more through the centuries. They tricked more people, and worst of all, they killed more people through the history of their existence, keeping their family financial, material values to the max. They don't want to dilute it. So they're doing all the tricks, getting intermarriages among the families and all the other crap possible. But they're basing it on a very significant flaws. They're basing it on the ownership. They're basing their existence on the ownership of material goods, which is absolutely ludicrous in the place where we kind of stepping into. As Trump becomes a president, as Putin is a president for the last 8 years or so, where many massive, really undercover changes are happening, and especially are happening on the financial plane, where people have finally chance to get their own funds. that they can be outside of the old crooked and slavery system of being employed, of working for a corporation, or working for a government corporation, or working for this nation corporation, and so on. Where does it end? Where we can actually end our search for true financial freedom? It's in your midst already for many years, let's say 7-8 years. It's called Bitcoin. It's called cryptocurrency. And this particular platform of existence will totally bring down all this very, very important insignificados, or the insignificant, the most powerful ones, which is actually a title for today. The insignificance of one's most powerful. When you consider that they've been most powerful in what realms? They have a bigger houses. They know how to read and write in the times of, let's say, Middle Ages. But nobody asked why they didn't allow everybody else to learn how to read and write. Because they could find some books, they could uncover what these freaks were doing. So even if they start burning the books, they still kept many of these very, very wise books of true history, so they know how to manipulate you, who comes dumb like a little babe, have no idea where it has been born, that is born in the biggest prison of all, planet Earth. And not only that you've been imprisoned in here, you've been sliced and diced and sold as a very high-end commodity to other alien species all around the universe, this non-organic universe. So whoever get in touch with, let's call it, an old owners of this planet and all the humanity, which you know in the common language as a church, as the government offices, as royals, they were pretending they are your owners. They're just pretending because nobody challenged them until recently. People like Julian Assange, people like Martin Luther King, people like Trump. So what to do with this information? What to do with information that these creatures are not significant for your awakening? They can only control the things that you deliver in their hands without even knowing that you delivered. Once when you've been informed, the responsibility and the blame, it's actually coming back to you. So responsible behavior is to deeper dig out why and how you've been enslaved. So you can not only help yourself, but once when you get free, you become absolutely an example to every single person around you. And you cannot hide this as a secret, because you shine. You become a true lighthouse in the city, in the country, in the world. See Julian Assange. See Snowden. Let's say just concentrate on American side. See Manning. Now, can you see Trump? Can you see him? Can you feel how insignificant Hillary becomes? Their importance, their dirty magic tricks are not working anymore. how insignificant CNN becomes. They're truly becoming almost like a village gossip news that is trying so hard to produce some local fear, some upsets, some heartaches. But people are not stupid anymore. I mean, I cannot say for everybody else, you have to say it for yourself. But as general, I can feel there are millions of people becoming less stupid and less imprisoned and less cowardly, meaning they're stepping out. Trump will give you a great chance, but it will not make a big difference until you, American soul, decides to see it as it is. Why Trump wants to protect America? Simple, like why every father would like to protect his family, his household. He will not let any thieves in. Even if they are in a dire situation, if they know that these are thieves who are just pretending to be very ill or sick or disturbed, so they can sneak into your house. And if you're weak, they will take over your house. So consider why you do not allow Trump to absolutely exercise the freedom and right that he has as the one who is chief of the American people. Because American people chose him, not stupid other politicians or especially these non-elected judges who took their rights to act as they are better than Trump. So non-elected freaks are scolding Trump for his very protective actions against American people. Is this insane to you? Does it have any common sense that somebody who was placed in this, let's call it political and very legal position of being judge of 9 court, 12 court, whatever kind of Supreme Court, they are not elected entities. They were placed there by the previous administrations who did not do much good for the humans inside the America. So they were playing this game of very significant president, very significant lawyer, very significant judge. But this, what Trump is doing at the moment, I implore you, you do this in your family. When you find out who was bullying you around through your life, who was abusing your energies through your life, it doesn't matter. Mother, father, sibling, spouse, your children. You absolutely has to stay tall and brave and tell them to fuck off. Otherwise, they will drown you with you. They will drown you with themselves because they're drowning. And you don't wanna really try to help them, because the one who's drowning, if you're not fully aware how to save a person who's drowning, you will go down with it, with him or her. So how to really become a very significant force in your environment, in your family, in your community, in your country? What to do? Support very, very strong and significant leaders, in this case like Trump, like Putin. Support it. Learn from their actions. And then you can be able to change your microenvironment within your family. Or if you have no family, you think the government doesn't give you enough funds to survive and so on. So something was not right last administrations. So what do we do? How to become a really significant force inside your life? That's a question for you. That's it, folks.